Hey, what's going on guys, I'm Silent Core and welcome back to my Red Dead news series. Today we have some pretty major details to go over for two different content updates coming to Red Dead Online, and these were announced thanks to the Take-Two earnings call that was happening today. Rockstar decided to announce a summer DLC for both GTA Online and Red Dead Online. Now I'm going to skip the GTA Online section for the most part, since most of you guys only really care about Red Dead Online, since it's the main game I cover on my channel. And in this first section, Rockstar announced their first content update that's actually going to be coming next week, and this is going to be the smaller of the two content updates from the looks of things. So Red Dead Online delivers 8 new races spanning iconic locations across the 5 states, from the arid frontier, outposts of Gaptooth Breach, to the mining town of Annisburg and the swamps of LaGrasse. Show off your proficiency on horseback in all forms of equine competition with the new standard races, along with new open races where it's up to you to determine the best path to ride through all the signal fires on a given course. Or try your hand at new target and open target races where the aim is to take out target checkpoints with your trusty bow and arrow while on horseback. All these new races will be available to all Red Dead Online players on May 25th. Now May 25th is a really interesting date to release all these new races, since that is the last week of Outlaw Pass number 5. Now I don't know about you guys, but I personally do not really enjoy the races in Red Dead Online. In fact, the only time I can really bear to do them is if I have a daily challenge that I need to complete to hop into races, but otherwise I really don't find them all that fun. But do let me know down in the comments if any of you guys are interested in races. I mean, they must be seeing players playing these races if they are to release a future content update with new races. Alright, next up, let's talk about the Red Dead Online Summer Update, and the one I'm sure most of you guys will be most excited for. So Red Dead Online Summer Update will add a diverse array of new missions across the world for those looking to step into the criminal underworld, and down in Saint Denis, Angelo Bronte's trusted lieutenant, Guido Martelli, is working to create his own criminal network, so whether it's intimidation, unsavory crimes, or larger high-stakes robberies, riders best be willing to do whatever it takes to earn their blood money. Now I just want to say right off the bat here, I do not believe this is a heist DLC. I've seen a lot of people getting hyped from the wording in this article that Rockstar are going to be doing heists because they mentioned the high stakes robberies, but I do not believe this is the case. I think if it was a heist DLC, Rockstar would simply announce it as a heist DLC, similar to what they did with GTA Online. I remember when Rockstar announced the last DLC, the Bounty Hunter expansion, they announced it as, you know, a high-paced shootout type DLC in a lot of their interviews, and players even speculated that that was going to be a heist DLC and got their hopes set way too high for that DLC. So I don't want you guys to set your expectations that high for some kind of DLC that just doesn't exist, especially since Rockstar said in an interview literally just a few months ago that they weren't working on any heist DLCs. In this article, Rockstar also included a picture of some kind of shootout on a moving train, so I think this is another hint towards, you know, this being kind of like similar to some of the robbery content that we had in the single player, where we could rob stagecoaches, we could rob trains, different types of robberies that we had in the single player that never made its way to online yet. The new contact we're going to be getting down in Saint Denis could of course be related to a new role, however it is also just as likely it could just be some new type of mission giver. It could also be some kind of stranger mission giver that we have in the world. So there's still definitely a lot of questions to be asked regarding this summer update, and if you're wondering when we can expect it, it could be any time in the summer months from June all the way until September. Typically when Rockstar announces a summer DLC, it does usually tend to happen later in the summer rather than early summer, and that's just the trend that we've seen so far with their DLCs, so I would be expecting to wait, you know, further than we were initially expecting for this next DLC. And that does also lead the question, what are we going to be getting on June 1st? I do believe we'll be getting a new Outlaw Pass season starting on the 1st. It seems that Rockstar always want an Outlaw Pass to be active, so I think it's very likely we will get some kind of new Outlaw Pass starting on the 1st, whether it's Outlaw Pass number 6, or perhaps a smaller Outlaw Pass similar to what we've seen in the past with a Halloween Outlaw Pass. Maybe it's just 20 ranks, something to keep us going through the summer. Rockstar also confirmed the release date of the expanded and enhanced edition of Grand Theft Auto 5. It's going to be released on November 11th, 2021. And Rockstar have been very quiet about the expanded and enhanced edition of GTA 5. This is literally one of the first times they've mentioned it since it was initially announced for release in 2021, and as you can tell it's going to be coming almost right at the very end of the year, so perhaps that release has been taking Rockstar a bit longer than they initially anticipated. And quite honestly, that could also explain why Red Dead Online has been so neglected. Perhaps a lot of the developers that would otherwise have been creating content for this game were moved over to help get the expanded and enhanced editions out the door. Rockstar also left a very interesting hint all the way down at the end of their newswire post. This is going to be most relevant to players that are interested in Grand Theft Auto, but they said, "In honor of the upcoming 20th anniversary of the genre-defining Grand Theft Auto 3, we have even more fun surprises to share, including some specifically for GTA Online players." Now, for any of you retro GTA fans out there that might remember Grand Theft Auto 3, it sounds like for the anniversary they're going to be including some rewards for GTA Online players, but also some rewards for non-GTA Online players. So what does that actually mean? Could that be some new kind of merchandise been added to the store, or even some kind of potential remaster of Grand Theft Auto 3? I have also covered this on the channel before, but very recently Rockstar did also acquire a Rockstar studio, Rockstar Dundee, that have a track history of doing remasters for game studios before, so it's going to be interesting to see what they're working on. But yeah, I'm sure we're going to have more details on both of these summer updates as we approach their release. Rockstar did also say stay tuned to the Rockstar Newswire for details on future updates, weekly bonus-filled events, and much more in the weeks and months ahead. If you do want to be kept up to date with all the latest Red Dead news and updates, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and don't forget to leave a like on the video, it really helps support my channel. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.